Bulldogs coming in with a 500 record for the week. They dropped a 6-0 loss to Waseca on Tuesday, and then hung up 4 touchdowns and extra points on Redwood Falls on Thursday. So they look to finish the week with a above 500 record. Starting in net for the Bulldogs is number 31, Connor Messer. His backup will be Tiago today. Bulldogs going to start with the Grant, Burns, Schaffler line, along with Sluter and Draheim. Puck goes across, and Schaffler dumps that down. Burns will give chase on the forecheck. He'll pick it up on the half wall. Sends it up into the circle. Now it's pushed back by Grant. Burns picks it up. Gets it over to Schaffler. Schaffler shoots. Grant with the rebound. Nice pressure early on. That group, first 15 seconds in. Draheim picks it up in the corner. Tried to flip it up on the near wall, on the far wall, and up. Burns gets it over to Smuter. Smuter now gathers it back behind his net. Gets it over to Draheim. Draheim back over to Burns. Burns now tips it in. He'll carry it down on the left-hand side. He'll backhand that one on net, and then we'll get a face-off. Clock! Second line out there, Von Bank, Phelps, and Placido. Schmidt and Lagao on the back end. Puck pushed out to Schmidt. Southwest Christian, number 16, able to get it into the zone. He'll flip that one back behind the net. Tucked up behind the goal. Lagao now has it up on the near wall. Phelps down in the corner. Centered out front. Swept away by Schmidt. Phelps' pass gets deflected off the shin pads. That'll be pushed back down by Southwest Christian. Schmidt out race to the puck by 24 on their team. He has control up on the half wall. Tried to center. Poked off of his stick. And that one squirts in on Messer. Messer steers that one to the side. Placido has the puck. Gets it up to Von Bank, who chips it out. And we'll have an icing call if it keeps rolling. .13-14 left here in period number 1. Shots 3-2 in favor of the Bulldogs.
Do I have to do this?
You don't have to. You have to. Messer steers that one aside. Juarez has it behind the net. Myers has it. Looking for the outlet pass. But there was nobody within 10 feet. Schmidt centering this line. Gage, that is. That was deflected out front off of number 2. Steered aside nicely by Messer. Now picked up by Myers. He's got Tisch on his right. He'll dump that down. Bulldogs go to work. Myers and Tisch both back there. Tisch comes away with it in front of the shield sign. Now Myers has it. Tried to get it back over to Tisch. Now it's kicked out on the half wall. Kept in by Gage. Gage looking to get it over, but Telejohn was a little bit out of the zone, so he couldn't get it to him. Moresno fires a sharp angle shot. Puck squirts through the legs of the Southwest Christian player. And Tisch has it down and behind the corner there. Still working down there. Now Southwest able to work it through the middle of the Bulldog zone. Picked up by Juarez. Gets it over to Myers. Myers loses the handle. Tisch throws one down. He's going to go for a penalty. Tisch is going to go for a rough. Two for Riley. Shot from the points. Wide of the net to the right of Messer.
That's Tish at 2:53 of the first period.
Smoother dumps that one all the way down. Out there, Grant, Phelps, Draheim, and Smoother. Southwest Christian carry it up. 28 has control. He carries it into the zone. Door pops open on the Bulldog bench. Puck gets steered down. Shorter shift there for one of the forwards. Von Bank comes in for Grant. Pop by Von Bank. Took off of his stick, though, at the blue line. Southwest Christian comes in. And Connor makes a big save. Turnover by the Bulldogs on the blue line. Messer comes up big, though. Burns comes out and joins Von Bank out front. Schmidt and McGowan on the back end. McGowan stops it at the front of the net. That one squirts just to the left of Messer. 16 now has it. He ends up going up on the point on the far side. Steered out front. Nobody there. 21 now picks it up. Goes back behind the net to 16. 16 gets it over to 21. 21 goes cross ice, D to D, kept in, wrapped back around. 40 seconds left in the power play for Southwest. Puck steered all the way back around. Puck now up on the half wall. Shot out front. Steered clear. Now Von Bank will have it. He'll carry it out of the zone. Unable to get it further deep. Now Camden will pick it up and he'll wrap it around. Camden will go off. Both defensemen will go off. Von Bank applying pressure down there, allowing the Bulldogs to shift out. Ooh, Phelps takes a big hit out in the center ice. Southwest Christian dumps it down and push back around the net. Bulldogs full strength. Tish joins the rush. Nice pad save by Messer. Steers that one right up to Von Bank. Now he's got Tish leading out. Tish will carry it down. He's got Phelps all alone out front, coming down the middle. Ooh, and then Tish awkwardly falls into the boards, hops back up, and Southwest ices it down, and Bulldogs will be able to reset their lines. Grant line out there with Smoother and Draheim. Faceoff goes to Draheim. Draheim fires. Puck loose out front, steered into the corner. Now kicked out to the point. Draheim fires that one. That one gets pushed back behind the net. Two will pick it up in the corner. He'll wrap it back around. Now Schaffler has it. He's tied up by 10 or 18 down there. Grant's down there as well. Push back up under the near wall here. Burns holds it in now. He'll carry it down. He takes a hit by 7, steers it back. Schaffler back behind the net, wraps it around far side as well. Kicked out now to the point. Draheim gets it right back down to Schaffler, or Grant. Now Draheim has it. Nice shot keeping in the zone. Now it's loose out in the circle. Schaffler gets control of it. Bounces off of his stick. Now Southwest has to get it out into the neutral zone. Jago picks it up, carries it up around the slot, works it back over to Grant. Grant will tip that one forward. Schaffler goes off. Draheim goes off. That one's steered by. Casino jumps back in. He'll dump it in. 37 now picks it up. Bulldogs switch out the remaining 3. Interference on 10. Offsides. 1 of the 2. And offsides is the call. 8:29 left here in period number 1. Shots are 7-5 in favor of Southwest. Face-off goes all the way around to the blue line. Casino puts a hit on as he chases him down. Tyler tried to get that one up to Phelps. That one was intercepted. Now Phelps will give chase on the near wall. Beats 28 in the foot race. Nice hustle by Gavin. Centers it out front. Now picked up by Schmidt. Fires one off the shin guards of the defender. Now that one rides to the top of the boards. Phelps tried to get that one to Casino, but it bounced it off the back of the net. Puck stays in play. Now Now picked up in the circle and out of the zone by Southwest Christian. Nice move by 8 around Legal. Von Beek now has it. Sweeps it up to Placido. Picked up at the point by 21. He fires. Easy blocker save by Connor. Bulldogs switching out 4. Nope, they had too many men. Bulldogs will get called for too many men. They switched out all 5 when Phelps was still down in front of the Southwest bench. Phelps will serve the penalty for the Bulldogs for too many men. Bulldogs figuring out which pairing they want to put out there. Go with Tisch and Placido. Draheim and Smuter on the back end. 7:20 left here in period number 1. Shots 8-5 in favor of Southwest. Puck tipped out up front. Nice pad save by Messer. And sweeped out by Jago. Southwest goalie comes way out to play the puck. Southwest will try to get back in the zone right away. And icing was called.
That's at 7:40 in the first period.
Tisch and Placido out front. Bulldogs are 1 for 1 on the penalty kill so far today. Tisch sweeps that right back in. Southwest goalie will let the defender take it this time. Outside of the reach, Draheim will step up, try to get a hack at it. Bulldogs doing a great job not allowing them to get into the zone even. Tisch and Draheim over there, tied up with 2 of them. Now 24 sweeps that one in. 1:08 left here in the period, or in the power play. That one's steered down. Bulldogs will switch out 2. Switch out their 2 forwards. Nice poke check by Camden. And Von Beek steers that one down. Nice job by the Bulldogs meeting Southwest at the blue line, not letting them get that in. Jago catches that one and dumps it down. 40 seconds left. Bulldogs switch out their 2D. Legal and Juarez in. 8 now carry that in. Splits around 1, 2. Carries around and scores. Bulldog players let him walk right around. Grant gets that over to Burns. Burns puts that one down there. Grant now pushes that up on the far wall.
The assist to number 27, Sharpie Johnson. Kind of goal 9-13 on the first period on the power line.
Camden scoots that one in. Takes a hit with 26 down there. Now Grant comes in, puts a hit on. Schaffler now tried to get that to somebody out front, but he winded it all the way through. Legal will pick that one up. Backhanded over to Juarez, but nobody was there. Juarez now puts a hit on. Now Schaffler comes down to support. That puck picked up in the circle. That one goes wide of the net. 3 carries it around. Now takes the hit by Legal. Juarez puts a big hit down there. Grant now wraps that one all the way around. Schaffler picked that up, and he'll chip that out. Icing is called. Icing waved off. Bulldogs will switch out all 5. Von Bank has it. Phelps able to get back on sides just as he was entering the zone. Now carried out through Southwest Christian zone. Dreheimer does a nice job again not letting him get into the Bulldog zone. Von Bank tied up with a Southwest Christian player. Dreheimer will swoop in. Battle of the 3-4s on the wall. Now Jago scoops that out to Presido. 37 though steps in and doesn't let him take it out. 3:50 left here in period 1. Southwest Christian up 1-0. Phelps will have to get on sides. He lays a big hit on 7. Varsity kids from Southwest were not happy about that one. 24 gets it over to 34. He was offsides. Offsides was the call. He got a free shot in on the goalie, though, and Bulldog players weren't too happy about that. The coach is over there asking now, too. Gage Schmidt's line is out there. He's got Riley on his right, Myers on his left. Gage comes in and lays the wood on 34. 3 Bulldogs tied up down there. Evan, Gage. Now Tish comes away with it. Takes a hip check. It's knocked off the puck. 15 now, dumps that down. And icing is the call. 2:52 left here in period number 1. Score is 1-0 Southwest Christian. I got my scoreboard guy he left. Sorry about that. Cycle that all the way around. Ten carries it down, puts the brakes on. Jacob does a great job poking it off with his stick. Now Bryce will pick it up. He'll fire. Goalie makes a glove save, drops it down in front, picked up by 21. Bulldogs switching out their forwards. It's the first time this line has been out today because there's been 2 penalty kills out there. Matthew gets it over to Ethan. Ethan tried to get it over to Ollie, just outside his reach. Bulldogs will have to get off. Southwest Christian picks up the puck. 1:45 left. Nice poke check by Matthew Legal. And that one is steered back behind the net. Jago comes away with it. Gets it over to Draheim. Draheim tries to get it back into the corner. Jago now has it. 1:30 left. And Southwest Christian will dump that back down. Draheim has control. He tries to flip it up out of the zone. He's successful. Now Jago takes a big hit. 34 is going to go. Is going to go for a rough. I'll put the Bulldogs on the power play for the remainder of the period. By the Bulldogs, and they got their butts just saved on that one because Myers and Juarez, miscommunication, neither one of them picked him up in front of Connor. Connor wasn't in position because he assumed they were going to grab it. And then the Southwest Christian kid put it in the top corner and banged it off both pipes and not in. Schaffler has it, wraps it around. 30 seconds left in the period. Grant has it. Goes cross ice over to Schaffler. Schaffler will carry it in. Dump it down. Come on. Let's go, boys. Camden has it, works it up on the far wall. And all that did was allow Southwest Christian to pick it up in the neutral zone. Flores now has it. Goes cross ice over to Von Bank. Von Bank bumps that one in on net. And that's the end of the period. We'll be back in 60 seconds. Bulldogs down 1-0. Shots 12-7. 46 seconds left on the power play for the Bulldogs. All right, everybody, we're about ready to get started with period number 2. Von Bank and Legal. And we're underway here in period number 2. Grant fires that one out of play. Bulldogs this period will be going left to right on your radio dial. Placido works that over to Von Bank. Von Bank is unable to hold it in. Legal now has control, and Grant will fire that one down and around. That one gets caught back behind the net. Placido now will pick it up. Phelps works it out to Legal. Legal has it. He'll fire. Tipped out front. Looks like Phelps might have got a tip on that one. That one pushed to the right of the goalie by Grant. Now set it up and out into the neutral zone. That'll be end of the power play. Southwest Christian is even strength. Bulldogs turn it over as they're trying to get it out of the zone. Nice back checking though by Grant. And that's pushed out into the neutral zone. That one bangs off of Placido's shin pads. 10 now carries it up. He's got 26 leaking. Pass just too far out in front of him though. He's got guy 10 out front, nobody there. Picked him up. Now Legal backs his position. That one goes off the side of the net. Burns will pick it up. Gets it over to Phelps. And wrapped back around. Puck pushed back around. Burns steers that back. Camden's playing D right now. And Messer makes a save. Bulldogs normal line out there now. Puck pushed out from behind the net out to the point, blocked by Tish. Tish now works it forward. Gage is going to give chase. Is there to help out. Tish puts it up on Gage's skates. Oh, puck saved out front. Matthew Legal came storming in at the as the third forward, and he got a clear shot off. So now Southwest Christian's going to go on the Bulldogs. Tristan's going to go for 2 for a roughing. 12:48 puts the Bulldogs right back on the kill. This is their third penalty of the day. The Bulldogs had done a nice job meeting them at the blue line and not letting them in the zone. Now Gavin lays a huge hit out there. And 28 is shooken up on that one. He's going off. 15 takes his spot. Gavin lays another hit. And that one steered out into the neutral zone. Aceto will take Gavin's spot. 26 has it, carries it down. Drops it to 10. Christian loses his stick. The Bulldogs with only 3 sticks out there. Grant catches that one from Juarez and dumps that down. He'll go off on a change. Tish will take his spot. Evenson will take Juarez's spot. Christian intercepts that one, dumps that right back down. 30 seconds left in the power play for Southwest Christian. Placido, Tish out front. Schmidt and Evenson on the back end. .24 now carries it down. He lays the hit on. Messer steers that one aside. Southwest Christian goalie picks it up. And Bulldogs are full strength. Tristan Telejohn comes on. Von Bank will take his spot. Ethan Evenson has it. Tried to get it up. That was steered back on Connor Messer. Bulldogs 1 for 3 on the kill now. Only goal of the game, 12 in Southwest Christian's power play. Placido has it. Tried to flip that one up to Schaffler, but the Southwest Christian player, Bulldogs could have went for a hook on that one, maybe. Southwest Christian player stepped up and knocked it down. Von Bank now has it. Gets it over to Schaffler. Schaffler tips it up into the neutral zone. Number 7 uses his speed, gets around Von Bank. Loses the handle though. Now Evenson has it. Gets it up to Schaffler. Schaffler goes cross ice. That'll be picked up by Christian. Christian will have a breakaway. He'll carry it in. He'll fire. Shoot. Nice pad save by the Southwest Christian goalie. Makes a nice pad save. Christian able to get that up. That's in. But it stayed low, and the goalie had that corner covered. Grant line out there. Grant has it. Backhands that one. Picked up in the slot. Schaffler put him on his butt. Now 8 gets past Telejohn. He'll carry it down 2-on-1. Nice save by Messer. Now tipped out by Grant. Goes to Juarez. Schaffler has it. Tried to go up off the wall on the near side. Now Juarez has it. Gets it over to Grant. Grant will dump that one down. Burns will give chase. He'll pick it up behind the net. Works it over to Juarez. Tried to, but didn't have any steam on it. Now Juarez has it. Cameron tried to tip it. And the goalie makes the save. 8:29 left. Shots 14-12. Bulldogs using it up this period. Gage Schmidt line out there. Tish on his right. Grog on his left. Evan and Tyler on the back end. Evan able to glove it, keep it in the zone. Now squirts out in the circle. Gage pushes that one now down in the corner. Tish centers it out front. Goes through two skates. And the goalie kicked the net off. Tyler was just loading up to fire one, and just as he was firing, the net popped off. Schmidt has it, fires, low save. Gage fires it right back up into the slot. Gets some traffic, pushed now down back behind the net. Tish has it, centers it out front. Nobody there though. 16 now carries it up through the neutral zone, carries it down on the right-hand side of Connor. Pass intercepted by Tyler. Tyler works it up the point. Ooh, nice tip by 34. Connor with the big save. Connor's doing a good job keeping the Bulldogs in because Southwest Christian has had some good looks this game so far. Puck squirts between a bunch of legs. And Von Bank tried to hammer it in, got enough in to at least get it in the zone. Ollie will go off on a change. Phelps in for him. Now puck picked up by Von Bank. He'll fire. That one goes high and wide. And we'll get an icing call on Southwest Christian. 7-11 left here in period 2, halfway through the ball game. Bulldogs down 1-0 on a power play goal by number 8 for Southwest Christian. Telejohn gets it over to Evenson. Evenson fires right into the goalie's belly. Evenson puts a big hit on the wing for Southwest Christian. Puck straight past. Telejohn now gets it up to Phelps. Unable to tip up though. And we'll get an icing on the Bulldogs. .652 left. Here in period number 2. Varsity game will start here right around 2 o'clock today from LeSueur, taking on Southwest Christian. Ryan Phelps and Joe Kane will be on the call, so tune in for that one. Puck carried back around. Von Bank has it on the near corner now. 14-26 down there along with Ethan Evenson and Von Bank. Casito was down there too. Outlet pass from Von Bank out to Gavin. Gavin fires. That one goes high. Centered out front by Von Bank. Nobody there though. Casito now puts a big hit on. Evenson dumps it back in. Bulldogs will give chase once again. Southwest Christian unable to get it out of the zone so far on this shift. Casito will go off. Schaffler going for him. Birds are going for Phelps. Evenson gets it up to Schaffler. Schaffler chips it into the slot. Burns picks it up. Now tapped at it. And Schaffler had a whack at it too. Telejohn has it. Bouncing puck picked up by Juarez. Juarez gets it over to Schaffler. Schaffler chips it. And it goes in the Southwest zone. 5:18 left. Kept in the zone by Juarez. He'll dump it back down. Schaffler centers it. Oh! Just behind Camden. Now that fired off Camden. Rebound out front. Grant hammers at it. And the goalie freezes it. And then Schaffler just takes a hit. And now Bulldogs should go on the power play for the late hit by Southwest Christian. Bulldogs draw the penalty. Late hit by number 7. Roughing will be the call. Tish has control of the faceoff. Goes cross ice over here to Juarez. Juarez gets it over to Grant. Grant back over to Juarez. Juarez fires. Goalie sucks in that rebound. Minute 47 left in the power play for the Burns gets a hacks at it, puts him in the pad. Now Schaffler, his stick got tied up with the official. Puck pushed out in the neutral zone. Grant to pick it up. Gets it over to Schaffler. Schaffler will carry that one in. Makes a move around front. Camden and Tish prowl in the 15. Takes out 2 Bulldogs. Schaffler will go off. Von Bank goes in for Schaffler. Tish unable to get into the zone. We'll have to regroup. Von Bank had time. He tried to chip it. Messer stops it at the goal line. 50 seconds left in the power play. That one's tipped by a Southwest Christian player, so play will go on. 15 wraps that up and out. First 30 seconds of the power play looked good for the Bulldogs. But trying to get back in the zone ever since then for both units has been a struggle. Von Bank carries it in, tried to bank it off the goal. Tried to go off the inner thigh of the goalie. The goalie was able to make the save. .26 seconds left in the penalty for roughing on number 7. 3:28 left here in period number 2. Face-off goes right on net. Goalie steers that to the near wall. Phelps gets that up to Tyler. That one gets past Tyler. Now Tyler has it. Goes cross ice. Schmidt has it. Oh, I don't know. That was 2. Tyler now walks him through. Fires shot on net. Goalie makes a glove save. Rosito has it. Gets it back out to Legal. Legal fans on that pass. Now he chips it into the slot. Picked up by 3. Southwest Christian is even strength. They're going to have a 2-on-0. Oh, offside by number 7. 7 who just came out of the box on the power play, on the penalty. Southwest Christian gets it into the zone. 8 carried it in. He's had their only goal so far. Grant now has it. Bulldogs going to have a 3-on-1 coming the other way. Grant fires. Nice glove save by the goalie. Gotta get some traffic in front of that goalie. Gonna take another dirty goal. Schaffler puts Southwest player up on the ball. Puck kicked out in the neutral zone. Telejohn has it. Comes over to the near side to Evenson. Evenson goes cross ice over to Camden, but that went too much steam and out of play. Gage, Tish, and Matthew out there. Matthew Legal on the back check. Drops it over to Tish. That one skirts out into the neutral zone. Carried in by 16. Nice job on the back check by Gage. Takes him down. Now Tish picks it up, wraps it over on the near side to Evenson. Ethan looking for an outlet pass. 34 takes it off of his stick. Pushed back over by Tellerjohn to Evenson. Ethan able to push it out to the neutral zone. 15 will pick it up. He'll dump it in. 24 now carries it in. Tellerjohn on the back check. Gets it off of his stick. Puts a body up on him. Now it's steered over to Gage. Gets it over to Ethan. Ethan tried to get it over to Matthew. Southwest Christian doing a good job keeping the puck down there. Big hit by Kristen. Now Gage will carry it up through the center of the ice. Tried to go over to Matthew. Puck was tipped, so icing's waved off. Bulldogs switching out 4. Nice interception by Bob Bank. Gets it over to Placido. Placido's got Phelps. Gets it over to Phelps. Nice backhand pass. Von Bank will now have it. He gets taken down by 18. Nice little rush by the Bulldogs. Matthew was just coming off. Phelps jumped in on the rush. 2-on-1. Puck loose. Von Bank steers it with his stick onto his skate. Or skate onto his stick. And then loses the handle back behind the net. 30 seconds left in period number 2. Seven now has it with 15 seconds left. Get on sides. Five seconds left. 32 will pick it up. 2 seconds. And that'll be the end of the period. Bulldogs down 1-0. We'll be back in about 15 minutes. Only mark on the score sheet. Power play goal for number 8, Southwest Christian. Otherwise, Bulldogs hanging right there with them. We'll be back in 15 minutes. See you soon. All right, welcome back, everybody. Bulldogs set to take on period 3 against the Stars and Southwest Christian. Bulldogs have been in the box 3 times, and that has hindered them quite a bit. And I'm sure that was a point of emphasis going into period 3. Bulldogs 1 for 3 on the kill. Southwest Christian's only goal has been on the power play. The Bulldogs have not been able to run their lines probably as effective as they wanted to because they've had so many times so far in the box. So hopefully period 3 we can stay out and get a dirty goal or two and take this one away. Connor Messer has been playing great in net for the Bulldogs. And the goalie for the Stars has also played really well. He's a little guy, but puck is right at his eye level, and he is doing a great job. Schaffler right out of the gate picks up the puck to center ice and fires a shot right over the net. Grant has the puck, feeds that down to Camden. Camden takes a big hit. Cross ice pass over to 26. He carries it in, chips it over to his partner. Gives right back to 26, just outside of his reach. Now Schaffler will come up. Now Grant has the puck. 2-on-1. Toe drag. Fires. Centered out front to Burns. Burns unable to get control of the puck though. Now gets it over to Schaffler. Schaffler tried to get back down to Burns. Kept in the zone by Grant. Now Burns has it. Fires. Goalie makes a toe save. Juarez now drops down. He's met down in the circle by number 3. Telejohn will drop down on the wall. He keeps it in. Now Grant has it. Or Von Bank, I should say. Telejohn now has it. Goes to Burns, kicks off at his skate. Jacob does a nice job riding him into the boards. And that one goes out into the neutral zone. 16 will pick it up. He'll regroup. Nice job by Ethan to meet him at the line. Keep it in the corner. That one bounces off a skate. Von Bank now has it. Christian ends up picking it up, gets it back over to Von Bank. Von Bank tried to get it over to Phelps. He takes a hit up against the boards. Puck down in the corner. Phelps down there with Lucido. Von Bank top of the circle. Kicked out to Legal. Legal drops down in the circle. He'll fire. That one's deflected. Phelps centered it. Nobody in front though. Legal gets it over to Ethan. That one bounces off the stick and off the post. Centered, intercepted, and taken out by the Stars. Phelps takes a hit from behind. Legal chips it up to Von Bank. He tries to get it around one defender. He's got Phelps out front. He's got Casino trailing, but unable to get a pass off. Casino chips a little further. 15's got 32 ahead of him. Big hit by Tyler. Now picked up by Phelps. Caught Southwest in a change. Bulldogs will rotate out. Now Phelps has got Gage. He's got to pass it sooner. He had Gage coming down through the slot on a change. And icing will be called on the Bulldogs. 11:59 left here in period 3. Score remains 1-0 in favor of Southwest. Puck squirts out through the corner here. Picked up by 7. He goes cross ice over to 37. Kept in nicely by Tish, at least momentarily. Now Schmidt will give chase. Put the brakes on. He gets pinned up now by 32. Gage comes in. Centers out front for Southwest. Ends up going all the way to the blue line. Deflected off of Juarez's stick. Now Gage chips that up to Grog. But icing will be called. $11:27 left. Grant line out there along with Telejohn and Evenson. Pushed out to 8. He fans on it. And then he ends up steering that one around the glass. Evenson has it. Gets it over to Grant. Grant tips that in. Go get it, Camden. 26 will now carry it in. Nice job by Connor to hold that post, and the net comes off. .10:47 left. .15 has it, tipped into the corner, back behind the net by Grant. That one comes all the way out. Now Camden's got two guys out front, Schaffler and Grant. Now poked ahead by Legal. 24 now has it taken off of his stick, steered into the corner by Messer. Picked up by Schaffler, who gives it over to Burns. Burns chips that over 15. Goalie comes way out, steers that out. Burns trying to get that over to Grant. Chipped up off the glass. Fired. That one goes all the way around. Oh, Jacob takes a big hit, pops right back up. Now carried around by Von Beck. He's got Phelps down in the slot, put it off the goalie. Oh, nice idea. And icing will be called. 9:36 left here in period number 3. System does a nice job keeping it in momentarily. Now it's pushed down to the neutral zone. Phelps backhands that over to the line. 18 now has it, pushes it forward. Telejohn has it. Gets it out to the point. Now kept forward by Phelps. Von Bank tried to shovel that one in. Now the Bulldogs get control, but Gavin was off. Gage Schmidt line out there along with Matthew Legal. Big hit taken by Tristan. Gets it out of the neutral zone. Now he gets the puck again. Oh, loses the handle though. Ethan will swoop in now. He'll pick up the puck back behind the net. Go, Matthew. Go, Matthew. Go. Go, Matthew. Ethan carries it down. He gets pinched in by 10. Gage now prepares to take the hit. Ethan has it. Gets it to Matthew. Fires. Nice save by the goaltender. Nice play by the Bulldogs. Tish gets it over to Legal. Legal chips that back around the net. Takes a bad hop. Bounces right on the stick of 15. And Stars not quite able to get it out. Now they get it out in the neutral zone. Nice job by Evan to slow down that rush. Picked up to Tyler. Cross ice pass over to Matthew. Grant slows down that. He's just coming on for Von Bank. Now Burns comes in for Legal. Center pass over to Grant. Grant fires. Glove save. Rebound drops back behind the net. 16 now has it. Juarez tried to get it over to Telejohn. That was behind him, though. Now Jacob will pick it up. Southwest Christian changes out their forwards. Jacob has it, chips it over to Grant. Grant will circle that around. Burns has it, makes a move around one, gets tied up on the back check, though. Schaffler hacks at that one, puts it right back in the zone. Burns or Von Bank has it out front, poking at it. Bulldogs putting pressure on him, 6:42 left. Bulldogs out shooting 30-17. Centering pass was deflected. Now Von Bank has it. Tries to go all the way out to Juarez, but that was intercepted. Now Jacob has it. And he puts a big hit into the player box of the Bulldogs on a Stars player. Oh, and then 10 just came out of nowhere and leveled Gavin. Bulldogs switch out their D, Legao and Evenson in. Von Bank and Placido tied up with 3 Stars players down there. Now taken out by a Stars player. He chips it over to 10. 10 flips that in, deflected, route up Evenson's stick. Phelps goes off, Grog is in. Nice shot by Evenson. Steer that one up against the wall. .520 left here in the third period. Bulldogs trailing 1-0. Grog avoids one hit. He's upset. They wanted a knee on that one on Legao. Legao now chips it up over the red line. 4:30 left here in period number 3. 24 carries it in. 21's met by Schmidt back there. Now centering pass broken up by Legao. Legao gets it up to Grog. Grog is able to push it down, but that'll be an icing on the Bulldogs. 4:08 left. Bulldogs need one. Face-off pushed out in the center. Rebound out front. Loose, steered into the corner by Messer. Schaffler down there with Juarez. That one was well wide. That one goes right into Telejohn. Telejohn squirts that out into the neutral zone. Juarez has it. Gets it over to Grant. Grant chips it up. Picked up by 7. Fans on it. Now Burns has it. He'll carry it down. He takes a hit from behind. He'll pop up. Picked up by Juarez. He's got Burns all alone up front and get to the net. That one's deflected. Now Telejohn able to hold it in. And now the Bulldogs are off. Grant tried hard to keep it in, but he couldn't. Now 7 carries it down. Leaves it for his trailer. He makes a move around. .240 left. Bank has it. Trying to push it over to Placido. Placido dumps it down. Burns will go off on a change for Phelps. 2:30 left. Placido has it. Carries it over the blue line. He'll fire that one side wide.
Hi, Andrew. Welcome to the stream. How's it going?
Good. How are you, buddy? 3 now has it. Loses the handle. Bank gets it over to Phelps. Phelps over to Placido. Oh, and then Gavin takes a big hit against the pillar over there. Picked up by Legal at the point. He'll fire. That one's deflected off a Southwest Christian defender. Bulldogs pull their goalie. Minute 47 left here in period 3. Bulldogs going empty net. Bulldogs trying to figure out their rotation here. We got Grant, Burns, Placido. Burns now has it in the corner. Gets back to Legal, but out of play. Bulldogs will have to regroup. Jacob gets it over to Legal. Burns gets it over to Tish. Tish carries it down through the slot. Picked up now by Placido. He throws it on net. Puck gets steered back behind the net. Picked up by Legal. Legal puts that one under the skates. Now picked up by Grant in the corner. He loses it to 15. 15. Kept in nicely by Jacob. Jacob then lays down a Stars player. And they score the empty netter. And that will seal it with 1:07 left here. Empty net goal with 1:07 left. Schaffler now has it. Turns it over though. Messer makes a nice save. Schaffler trying to go back at 16. 30 seconds left. Southwest Christian's keeping it down now. 21 now picks it up at the blue line. He'll fire. That one's tipped out front by 24. Messer steers that one back behind the net. And Von Bank has it. Gets it over to Schmidt. Schmidt gets it over to Schaffler. 13 seconds left. Bulldogs going to keep Connor in net. Schaffler gets a big hit. 7 seconds. Oh, we got a big hit with Gage and 34. And 34 is low getting up, but he doesn't pop up.
Just one report in that third period. Just long up at 13:53 for Southwest Christian. Number 21, Michael Lundquist. Shots on goal, Minnesota River 81, Southwest Christian 22. Don't forget, folks, we've got varsity hockey coming up next. Face-off at 2 o'clock.
Bulldogs ended up dropping to Southwestern 2-0. Shots 31-22. Bulldogs will be in action next Tuesday against New Ulm right here in Le Sueur. Stay tuned, though, for the Bulldogs varsity team taking on Southwest Christian. Until then, enjoy your day. We'll see you soon. Have a good one.